Let's take a look at our monthly segment, Science on the Sphere, with meteorologist Ulysses Garcia. Today's topic focuses on Tropical Storm Harvey.
The focus on this installment of Science on the Sphere will be Hurricane Harvey. Harvey overall had a unique track through the Atlantic Basin. It started as potential tropical cyclone 9 on August 17th. By the end of that day, it was going to be Tropical Storm Harvey with winds of 40 miles per hour as it made its way through the Lesser Antilles. Now, in its early days, it had to battle wind shear, winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. The faster those winds, the less chances it had to hold as a tropical cyclone. Making its way through Central America on the 20th and 21st, very disorganized before it hit the Yucatan on the 22nd, and then by the time it got to the 23rd, Harvey was in for a big second chance. As the remnants of Harvey emerged into the Gulf of Mexico as it passed through the Yucatan, still fairly disorganized disturbance. But by the time we get towards August 23rd, it regenerates itself into a tropical depression. At this point, the National Hurricane Center started issuing tropical storm watches and hurricane watches for the Texas coast as it forecasted it would become a hurricane in 2 days. Throughout the 23rd and the 24th, it started going rapid intensification into a tropical storm and eventually into a Category 1 hurricane, thanks to the fact that it had low wind shear and very warm Gulf waters. Throughout the 25th, it became a Category 3 hurricane, already major hurricane status, barreling towards the coast of Texas. The main concerns early on for the hurricane as it approached landfall was going to be the storm surge and the strong winds. Making landfall right at the edge on the end of Friday, August 25th, entering the 26th. Winds were up to 130 miles per hour, a Category 4. Last time we had a Category 4 hurricane in the United States was Hurricane Charley. Throughout Saturday, August 26th, it entered the state of Texas. It began to weaken. The rainfall continued to pile up, breaking records not just for the Lone Star State, but also for the lower 48. Over 50 inches of rain was recorded. By the time we entered the end of the weekend into Monday, August 28th, it reemerged into those waters as a tropical storm. Still, now its main focus now into Louisiana. As Harvey reemerged into the Gulf of Mexico, it briefly strengthened to a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm, focusing on its final landfall along the Texas and Louisiana border. Now the rain shifts towards the east into the Pelican State, and as the system begins to enter land once again, it will lose its tropical characteristics, pushing into Tennessee and Mississippi, and eventually making its last stay in the U.S. into parts of the Northeast later on this weekend. But when it comes to the weather here in Michigan, Harvey will be no impact whatsoever thanks to a cold front that is sliding in from Canada. That's going to be the steering mechanism for Harvey's final days. Thank you for joining me on this installment of Science on a Sphere. Check this out next time. I'm meteorologist Ulysses Garcia from WBKB.